While you sit in traffic, billionaires fly over it. These 4 helicopters are the machines they use to commute through the world's most congested cities. And number 1 costs more than most Manhattan apartments. Let's count them down. Number 4. Leonardo AW169. Starting our list at number 4 is the Leonardo AW169. And this isn't just a helicopter, it's the new benchmark for executive city mobility. Priced at approximately $9 million, the AW169 is Leonardo's answer to the modern billionaire commuter who refuses to compromise on technology or comfort. Powered by twin Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6C turboshaft engines, it cruises at approximately 154 miles per hour with a range of 440 nautical miles, more than enough to hop between Monaco, Geneva, and Milan without a fuel stop. That's the kind of range that turns a regional helicopter into an intercity weapon. What sets the AW169 apart in the city commute game is its compact footprint combined with serious twin-engine capability. It lands on helipads where larger aircraft simply cannot fit, giving owners access to rooftop pads, superyacht decks, and private estate helipads that other machines on this list cannot reach. In cities like Miami and Hong Kong, where helipad access is everything, this is a decisive advantage. Inside, up to 8 passengers travel in a cabin built for productivity. Digital touchscreen interfaces, full IFR certification for all-weather operations, night vision goggle compatibility, and a health monitoring system that tracks every component in real time. At approximately $4,800 per flight hour all in, the AW169 delivers extraordinary capability at a price point that still qualifies as relatively accessible in this world. For the executive who needs to bounce between financial districts and private estates multiple times a week, the AW169 is the precision instrument that makes it happen. This is urban aviation at its most efficient. But wait until you see number 2. It's the quietest cabin in its class, and billionaires are obsessed with it. We'll get there shortly. Number 3. Sikorsky S-76D. At number 3, we have the helicopter that has been ferrying billionaires, heads of state, and royalty for decades, the Sikorsky S-76D. Priced at approximately $15 million, the S-76D is the definition of corporate prestige in rotor aviation. It's powered by twin Pratt & Whitney Canada PW210S engines, each delivering over 1,000 horsepower with a cruise speed of approximately 178 miles per hour and a range of roughly 400 nautical miles. That's New York to Boston and back, door to door, in the time it takes traffic to clear the Holland Tunnel. In Los Angeles, it turns a 90-minute crawl to LAX into a 9-minute flight. Companies like FlexJet have built entire VIP city commute programs around this exact machine, and for good reason. The all-composite 4-blade main rotor combined with Sikorsky's active vibration control system creates a ride quality that feels closer to a luxury sedan than a helicopter. The Thales Top Deck Avionics Suite, the only system of its kind specifically engineered for helicopters, gives pilots unprecedented situational awareness in congested urban airspace. The cabin accommodates up to 12 passengers in standard configuration, or 8 in premium executive fit-out, with noise levels so low that normal conversation is effortless throughout the flight. Over 875 S-76 have been delivered worldwide, and it has carried members of the British royal family, Fortune 500 CEOs, and sitting heads of state. It is not just a helicopter, it is a flying boardroom with an unmatched global reputation. And in the city commute world, reputation matters. Number 2. Airbus ACH-160. Number 2 is where the obsession begins. The Airbus ACH-160, priced at approximately $13 million, is the most technologically advanced city commuter helicopter on the planet right now. This machine holds 68 separate patents. 68! That's not a helicopter, that's a flying laboratory that happens to look like a sculpture. Powered by twin Safran-Arano turboshaft engines with dual-channel FADEC control, the ACH-160 cruises at approximately 178 miles per hour with a range of 475 nautical miles. Enough to connect Paris to London or New York to Washington and back without stopping. But the real story is what Airbus calls the Blue Edge rotor blades, a revolutionary 5-bladed composite main rotor specifically engineered to slash noise signatures. The result is a helicopter that is dramatically and measurably quieter than anything else in its class. In cities where noise complaints are actively reshaping aviation regulations, think New York, Paris, Zurich, and London, this isn't just a luxury. This is a strategic survival advantage for owners who want to keep flying as urban airspace rules tighten. The cabin accommodates up to 7 passengers in VIP configuration with fine leather, handcrafted wood veneers, and Airbus's Helionix avionics suite managing everything from 4-axis autopilot to synthetic vision systems. The canted fenestron tail rotor adds yet another layer of noise reduction and delivers a flat, stable flight attitude that passengers in the rear cabin can physically feel from the moment wheels leave the ground. This is the helicopter that has been quietly replacing the S-76 on many Billionaire flight schedules across Europe and the Middle East. It is newer, quieter, and purpose-built for the urban airspace battles of the 21st century. Number 1. Leonardo AW139 VIP. And here it is, number 1. The helicopter that has dominated private city commuting for over 2 decades and shows absolutely no signs of stepping aside. The Leonardo AW139 in full VIP configuration, priced at approximately $17 million in corporate fit-out, the AW139 is the undisputed gold standard of executive rotorcraft. More than 1,200 of these machines have been delivered worldwide, a production number that beats every competitor on this list combined. When you see that many ultra-wealthy owners, royal families, and elite corporate flight departments all choosing the same aircraft, you stop asking why and start paying attention. Powered by twin Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6C turboshaft engines, each delivering over 1,500 horsepower, the AW139 cruises at approximately 177 miles per hour with a range of approximately 570 nautical miles. That's enough to fly from London to Paris, continue to Amsterdam, and still land with meaningful fuel reserves. For city commuters who also use their helicopter as an intercity express, this range is genuinely transformative. It eliminates refueling stops that would destroy the time advantage of flying private in the first place. The 5-bladed, fully articulated main rotor with titanium hub and composite blades delivers a ride quality that passengers consistently compare to a luxury SUV on a freshly paved highway. Noise and vibration levels inside the VIP cabin feel almost impossible for a helicopter at this size and speed. Bespoke configurations include full leather club seating for 8 to 10 passengers, satellite communications, privacy partitions between cabin zones, onboard Wi-Fi, and custom entertainment systems. Because the owner who chooses an AW139 never stops working and never stops traveling in complete comfort. Operating costs run approximately $5,000 to $6,000 per flight hour all in, depending on configuration and usage. For the billionaire who flies 300 or more hours a year, that figure becomes simply the cost of owning a functional time machine. What makes the AW139 the undisputed number 1 in billionaire city commuting is not any single feature. It is the total package: range, speed, passenger capacity, ride quality, cabin versatility, and an unmatched global safety record built across millions of flight hours. Operators like Heliflight and Blade specifically deploy the AW139 when a client absolutely cannot afford a compromise. No other helicopter in this class delivers that level of confidence. This is the machine that billionaires choose when the commute is non-negotiable. The pinnacle, the benchmark, number 1. If you made it to the end, comment below which helicopter you would choose for your daily commute. If you enjoyed this video, click here for our deep dive into the Billionaire Helicopter Collection Tour. See you there.